Rolling.
Okay, we're going to work on Kesa Gatame tonight. Kesa Gatame means scar fold. Actually, Kesa is if you've ever seen a Buddhist monk, that cloth that goes diagonal, that's Kesa. And the reason for it is so it's scar fold, but it really is more like sash hold. One of the things I notice when most people do Kesa Gatame is they don't use their legs, they don't use their feet. I see this a lot. Okay, so it's important, one, that you're close to your opponent. Two, obviously you have to have a firm grip. You're using your elbow to clamp. Okay, but you need to use your legs. Okay, I think a good way to think of pins is that think of the mat or the tatami as a piece of wood. Think of your opponent as another piece of wood, and you're the fastener. Now most people, when they do pins as a fastener, they act like a nail and they just go straight down. But you really need to act like a wood screw at a 45-degree pitch. So I actually want to torque myself into my opponent. And the only way I can do that is I need to use my legs. I want to keep my weight on his chest, but I want to turn or screw my weight into my opponent this way. The other thing I notice that a lot of people do wrong, and I see a lot of instructors, is they tell their kids to put their head down. And what happens is if you put your head down, then the weight shifts off your opponent and comes off the chest. And I need to keep my weight on the chest. So you should be proud, and it's this way. The other thing is textbook or most traditional Kesa Gatame, this hand, this palm up and grabbing the gi. I prefer palm down for several reasons. One, if he tries to turn me, roll me over this way, I have more support. If he tries to roll me over the other way, I can post quickly. And if he tries to bridge, then I can pick up his head and he cannot bridge. So I prefer palm down when you're doing Kesa Gatame. But the most important thing again is weight on the chest, okay, turn into your opponent here, head up, and it's as if I'm trying to squeeze the air out of his lungs. You can actually make an opponent tap because he can't breathe anymore if you know how to set the pin correctly. And the other thing is the only time that I'm going to put my head down is obviously if he's going to try and sit up. If he tries to sit up, then obviously I'm going to put my head down to counteract his escape. So let's work on that for a little while, okay? Thanks.